and this is The In Show. And I'm your host, Gus Summer. It's good to be back with you today. That's right, we are broadcasting live from the Sunset Strip in the entertainment capital of the world, Hollywood, from our In Show studios. And we have a great in-studio guests, Red Light Challenge, Sean and Kyle, all the way from our 50th state, Hawaii. Gentlemen, how are you?
Very
Great,
good.
aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yeah, well, yeah. I missed that wide opening right there. I could have jumped right in there. So now I have to ask, do you speak the native tongue? A little bit? A few words?
What's it good?
Ho'o'elua.
Ho'o'elua.
Very nice. I understand luau. Is that a friendly greeting, or it's like, get out of here, you don't belong to the island?
It's an ancient Hawaiian saying.
Okay.
Ancient Hawaiian saying.
Ancient Hawaiian saying?
Kind of a greeting. We'll say it's
Yeah.
a greeting.
We'll see.
We'll say it's a greeting.
Is it a kind of greeting that the natives said when they saw the English approaching?
No.
Not necessarily.
It's a new phrase that we heard and we liked it. So
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Was it in a local book? Was it one of the local merchants? That I'm curious.
No, it was on a television show actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm, I
Oh,
saw
okay.
it.
And they said, "Oh, it means this." And you're like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah.
Isn't it great when you discover something, from your area or where
Yeah.
you live? It's like, I didn't know that. Really? Oh, that's awesome.
I know most of the Hawaiian words that I know are from 9th grade PE class because we actually incorporated the thing. So ha'a is humility. So that's one thing I learned.
Oh, yeah.
And malama is take care of. So malama na aina, take care of the islands.
Take care of the islands.
It's pretty limited.
Remember that.
Yeah, it was. How funny we're all talking about the language. I love it. So I had a friend. No matter, he's still a friend of mine. He's a great musician. He's from Hawaii, and he was telling me how it's there's only a certain amount of words, and you can.
Only a certain amount of letters.
The alphabet
actually.
only has 13
Yeah, 13 letters.
Yeah.
consonants.
Yeah, that was amazing. And he was trying to teach me. And I was like, yeah, okay, dude. Yeah.
And
forget
name the vowels in English. Go through the. What do you think the vowels are in English?
the A, E, I, O, U, and
Yeah, and then
sometimes
how
Y.
would you say it in Hawaiian?
Hawaiian.
Do you have any idea?
Sure, Hawaiian. A, E, I. No, in Hawaiian. No, I have no idea.
In Hawaiian, it would be A, E, O, U. So kind of
It's
the
like
Oh, okay.
elongated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's similar to
Spanish,
Spanish.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, phonetically, all the sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. And
You learned a,
Yeah, you learn something every day.
all
we usually
right.
charge for this kind of stuff.
I'm not surprised. I remember he would tell me stories about some of the ancient burial grounds. He had told me a story about what is it, the police academy or something, that they have to leave the gates open because they had put it on some sort of ancient burial ground or something, and the spirits had to come through and out. Anyways,
There's a lot of things like that.
we digress. We digress. Red Light Challenge, gentlemen. We'll bring it back on point. Music. So let me start with Sean. Sean, how did you get your love for music?
Well, we grew up in a household that really does love music, so, and not necessarily instrument players, but it was just a house that always was listening to music. And then as we got older, we played some instruments in the middle school band. And really, when I started really listening to music, I saw A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles film.
Nice.
And that really turned me on to all music, and it's just like exploded from there.
Are they your main band?
That's my favorite band.
Really? Nice. Kyle, what's your favorite band?
Well, I really do love the Beatles. Because I feel the same way Sean does.
Yeah.
But recently, I've really been getting into Toto.
Nice.
Recently, I've been getting into Toto. And especially a lot of their most recent stuff that not too many people really listen to. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like there's a lot of soul in it now, and I appreciate it. It's really cool.
Yeah. I saw them play a couple years ago at a local venue here. I don't know if it was the Whiskey or what it was. It was just great. It was a small little place. It was packed, and it was just like, yeah, man, you guys sound the same. You know?
I know.
Well, you see them playing live in Europe and other things. It's just crazy packed.
I know.
It seems like
People
it's not
still
the
love
same
them.
in
Yeah.
America.
I know.
Yeah, they're not the same as they.
Like it seems like they're not as popular in America.
Oh,
as they
right,
seem
right.
in
Yeah.
The European
Yeah.
countries.
Well, I guess we're finicky, aren't we? Yeah. What's new? But that, yeah, when the bands have a resurgence, or everyone, or the new generation discovers them.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of this band Toto? Yeah, they're new, aren't they?
Well,
Dorothy's still looking for him.
Yeah,
If they know what the Wizard of Oz is, which maybe.
well, you know.
yeah, right. Dorothy stole. So you just grew up in a household full of music.
Well, a hut, a grass
A hut,
for
yeah.
that's Hawaii.
You know,
Oh, grass.
pet dolphin, pet turtle, you know,
Oh,
all
okay.
the usual stuff.
Please don't tell me you called him Flipper. It's more Florida, but no, just kidding. So do you remember one of your first songs that you heard when you were listening to the music at home? It's like, wow, who plays that? And you wanted to find out more about the band or the song
Well,
itself.
Who plays the ABCDEFG song? It's like, you
Sesame
know,
Street?
no, it's like one of those things. Like, yeah,
Sesame
yeah,
Street.
Yeah, one of the originals.
I
yeah,
just
you know.
met Carol Spinney. Carol Spinney, he's the one that does Big Bird
Wow.
and Oscar the Grouch.
Cool.
Yeah, I just interviewed him. He had a movie over here at one of the local film
Oh,
festivals.
that's really cool.
And, he's 80 and he's been the only one that's done those two. From
Really?
the
Wow,
Wow, this
beginning.
entire
He's
time,
still-
wow.
He's still
Wow,
alive. He goes,
that's
I'm going
cool.
to keep going. Okay, we digress again.
Well, I distinctly, it's weird, because I distinctly remember listening to Seal
Really?
when I was 3 years old, and I really liked that when I was 3 years old. I distinctly remember. And I also remember, a little bit older, I remember listening to Help and All My Loving by the Beatles. That was
Yeah.
like my first taste into some of those things. And then our dad, he would actually make a lot of cassette mixtapes
Yeah.
with music from the 60s up to, you know, the 80s and 90s and everything.
Yeah.
And that was just like a history lesson
Yeah, right.
without him even knowing it. But like all those things on there were great.
Look at that. Look at that. So it's like, this next song is so-and-so. This next song is so. Wow, what's that? So is there a certain genre or era that you like the 80s, 90s, or is it just really a little bit of everything?
Yeah, definitely. We
Yeah.
like LLR stuff, like all the stuff, really, definitely.
Yeah.
That's weird. I like with Sean with Seal. I probably the first real song I remember actually paying attention to, I think, was what's the 007 song that Duran Duran did?
Oh, View to a Kill.
Yeah,
View
View
to
to
a
a Kill.
Kill,
That's one
yes.
of the first songs I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice 80s tune.
Yeah, my Sean, this is Sean here.
Yeah.
that was Kyle.
That was Kyle. Yeah.
My top 5 bands is the Beatles, local Van Halen,
Wow, nice.
and then the other 3 is kind of like a tie between Boston, Duran Duran, and Led Zeppelin.
Nice. Boston.
It's a little bit of a
Boston.
mix.
Yeah, Boston
Little
has some
bit of a
great
mix.
songs. Yeah. How about you, Kyle? Do you,
It's basically the same. A little bit more on. It's basically the same songs. I'm kind of more of a bluesy fan right
Nice.
now,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of more into that scene like right now.
Yeah.
But I appreciate all the bands that Sean said, and that's really I like that music a lot too.
Yeah, and I mean it's. I mean, you pick some of the great ones. Do you have individual artists that you like Seal, and you have some other ones?
As a musician,
Uh-huh.
I and this is connected to the Beatles, but I truly very, very much respect Paul McCartney.
That
goes for
And
me too.
Kyle does too.
Okay,
Definitely.
nice. I don't. I was always been a Ringo guy myself.
He's the fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
come
fun
on.
one.
Yeah, I love the drummer. Go ahead.
Yeah, how can you not?
You always go focusing on them with the. Yeah, so Paul McCartney. Who else? Is there a couple others out there? Do you like the singer songwriter? Do you just enjoy the artist? You know, when they perform. You know, what drew you like to McCartney? His songwriting ability, his talent. But
Well, it's cool how from like the 60s to even now he's still like alive and like innovative and
Yeah.
just like he hungry artist who really just like wants to
loves to
keep on
play.
making music.
yeah.
He's still like a young artist at heart.
Yeah. So, do you like Mick Jagger? Like the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, I like
Yep.
The Who? Yeah, like
Yeah, definitely.
aren't they
There's so
fun?
many. If
Yeah,
you
there's
look
so
at our iPod, it's just
Literally,
artists of
littered
all
with
of it. And it's
everybody.
not just
But it's
like
not only 60s, it's things from 60s to now.
Yeah.
And like we just try to suck it all in.
You guys from the 80s, because I always tell everyone that I remember the first MTV TV show, That's when it first came out. We had so much, so
Wait,
much
we gotta
music.
ask you, what was the first song played on MTV?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
No, my mind fails me. People ask me, too. I said, I remember the host, Richard Blade. And they asked, what's the song? And I always forget which. I thought it was, it wasn't Prince.
Here's a hint. Oh, oh.
Isn't that Mickey? Is that,
The Bungles.
the Bangles? It was
The
the
Bungles, the
Oh, the Bungles. That's right.
Video killed the radio.
That's right. Video killed. Good, nice.
Oh, now we have you performing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I don't perform.
3-man band.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee whiz.
Red Light
Thank you.
Challenge and Gus.
I'll be the guy with tambourine pretending.
There's no mic anywhere.
There's
There's just like
nothing.
another wall, and the
You
audience
can,
can't
you can play
see
the
you.
cowbell too. Cowbell too.
Oh, cowbell, nice. Fantastic. Look at that, guys. I love your enthusiasm, for the music. Because, you run into a lot of artists that their knowledge of history, of music is, only 10 years. They'll hear a few things, but you guys,
It's funny when, especially with me still in high school, people telling me, like, asking me, like, well, I ask them, how old is, like, the oldest music you listen to? And, like, well, I usually don't go past, like, the 2000s or the 90s. That's pretty old already. And so, like, they're just,
yeah,
I don't know, it's just, like, it's weird.
yeah, that's funny.
To us, it seems weird, but to everybody else, we're the weird ones, so
It-
they must be right.
Yeah, you know what? Because when you listen to music, because I always talk to people. I love talking to musicians because there's only so many notes, but the ability of a musician to expand those notes, and always makes me laugh. I said, if you look at love songs, from McCartney,
Yep,
silly love
silly
song.
love songs.
How many love songs can you write? Apparently, an infinite
come on,
amount.
yeah, it never ends.
And think about words and
I know.
just
And
in the
there's so
English
many different-
language.
There's so many different feelings everybody has. Like, each person has their own soul and personality that it just, there's no...
It's
there's,
weird.
Yeah.
It's one instrument, but just think of all the
Yeah.
noise that it
vibes
can
that
make.
go into it.
Isn't it?
Noise?
Noise.
not-
Beautiful noise.
Yeah,
beautiful noise.
There you go.
Beautiful noise.
Good band
Melodic.
name also.
Well, perfect. But on then you brought up the instrument. You guys got your guitars
Yep.
and you're ready to play. So let's play a little something.
All right.
Well, what did you want to play?
This song is actually an original. We just came up with it recently.
Nice.
And we performed at it recently in Hawaii at
Or
the...
at it.
Yeah, at it. At it. We did it so... Yeah, we just...
The
at
club was name was At It.
Yeah.
I got you.
and we performed the song at the 50th State Fair in Hawaii. And
Nice.
So
we also-
we just played it for the first time this past weekend. Then we swam over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
with
Nice.
all our luggage.
With the dolphins.
Yeah, definitely was something.
Nice.
So-
And what's the name?
It's called New Song 13. With a little bit of a story behind that, and then in parentheses, Feel the Nightlife.
Nice. All right. Here is Red Light Challenge.
I took a vertical leap, then I came back down. Didn't need to fly, but I needed to get off the ground. So lonely on a Saturday night, sitting all alone waiting for something. I knew when I got out there it would be alright. I just had to get going, going. I wanted to get outside.
I wanted to get outside.
I wanted to feel alright.
I wanted to feel alright.
I wanna see the bright
I
lights.
wanna see the bright
I
lights.
wanna feel the nightlife.
I wanna feel the nightlife.
again. The party just started and I know it's never gonna end. Can't think of any reason why I should be sitting all alone on the weekend. Whipped up the courage and now I'm not shy. And now nothing's ever gonna stop me. Stop me, stop me, stop me. Outside. I wanted to get outside. I wanted to feel alright. I wanted to feel alright. Hey, I wanna see the bright lights. I wanna see the bright lights. I wanna feel the nightlife. I wanna feel the nightlife. Come with me. I wanted to get outside. I wanted to get outside. I wanted to feel alright. I wanted to feel alright. Hey, I wanna see the bright lights. I wanna see the bright lights. I wanna feel the nightlife. 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 I wanna feel the nightlife.
Fantastic. Yeah. You hear like all these different, I don't know, generations in there. It reminded me something like Paul and John would do, like in the 70s, you know, when they were really exploring their sounds. It had that sound to it, the way you sang and everything. Fantastic.
Thank you. Mahalo.
Yeah, mahalo.
Wow. you can hear all the different, where you drew from, how can I say, all the musical influences. Was it purposeful? Because you can literally hear.
I think it's just
those.
like ingrained in our
It's just like, and it's weird whenever we come up with this song, because this song kind of just like came out of nowhere. We just like did it. It just happens.
It just
get
flows.
Inspired. It just happens.
Look at that's great. That was fantastic. Now, I'm sure I know what the response was when you played it at that fair. Everyone was.
No, it's too bad we couldn't have a whole setup in here. We were gonna bring the drums, the electric guitar. Yeah.
Oh man, hey, rock the house down. That's great. I mean, that's beautiful. You know what I like about our closed area. A lot of people will bring in their guitars and do it acoustically, and they're like, "Hey, this is the first time we've done this. This is pretty good. It adds a different element. If it sounds like this acoustically." And it sounds fantastic. What do you prefer? That leads into a good question. Do you like the whole setup? Do you like acoustic? It all depends on the song.
What?
I think we would say that we definitely like the electric setup and everything.
Yeah.
But doing different radio interviews and things,
We've learned that it's a lot of fun also doing acoustic because it kind of brings a different flavor to what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And it shows that we have to
It
sound
shows-
good and be sure that everything is natural and everything.
Because one of our main goals has always been take what we've recorded and then if it doesn't sound as good or better live, we're not doing something right.
Right. Stripped down just to its bare. And yeah, because it sounded beautiful, and it was like nice. The harmonies and the music, the playing, everything was right on. So who do you decide? Who decides who sings what? Do you guys just go back and forth? This time was your time, Sean, and the next time will be Kyle's. How do you decide who sings songs?
A lot of the time it seems like I, Sean, am singing like the main part, but we
We're
haven't
usually
really,
always
yeah.
sing together.
We
Yeah.
enjoy
So-
this, like we hope that people enjoy the sound of both of our voices combining
Yeah.
and having like a nice texture to it.
We're
Yeah.
brothers, by the way.
Yes. Because it adds a nice flavor. It makes it nice and full because you can hear how your voices are similar yet distinct. I think it adds that resonance to it. So how's it? How did you guys first play with each other musically with the guitars? Did you guys just?
Well, it really, since I'm 5 years older than Kyle, I have a little bit of a head start with different things. But we were both in middle school band. I played trombone and Kyle played trumpet. But when I was 15 or 16, I formed a band with some classmates in high school, and we were doing well in Hawaii. We were like getting bigger and bigger, and then everyone just kind of like dropped out and didn't really like feel like me. And that's the tale's old as time with as it comes to musicians. And he was only 11. I think he was only 11 at the time. Never played drums in his life. He played some guitar. Never played drums in his life. Practiced drums, learned it in like 2 or 3 weeks, and we were performing.
That was it.
Yep.
And it was just,
I've never taken a lesson in my life.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, I just picked it up.
Yep.
Wow. That's fantastic. So you built-in band right there. So you thought, Kyle, what are you doing? Nothing. You're going to play drums. Okay. Whatever, dude.
no, but it's been really cool being able to grow with the different instruments and everything.
And it's good that like we're always throwing ideas off each other, like because we're always like with
Nice.
each other basically.
Right.
So we're always able to just throw ideas at each other, and we're just together. We honestly collaborate and make these songs.
Yeah. That's sweet. So you'll think of something and say, hey, Sean, look at this. And then you kind of,
And
hey,
then
that's pretty
he'll add
good.
some of his flavor to it, and
Yeah.
then we'll just keep on putting things onto it, and then it comes out to.
Have you guys ever written a song and it's like, hey, this sounds great, that's fantastic, dude, that's Zeppelin. That happens to everybody. Hey, dude, look at this. What are you doing? That's Stairway to Heaven. It's like,
Well,
oh.
I annoy Kyle a lot because Kyle will make something. I'm like, I don't know, it sounds a little bit like that. And it's
Even
like,
if it doesn't sound like if
Sean, it
it's like
does not
there's one
sound
note
like it.
that sounds there's like one note not in the right spot, but if there's one note and it's like
Oh, no, that sounds like that.
that.
that's Pat Benatar.
So do you scrap the song, or you say, it's all right, I don't think anyone will notice?
Well, it depends. Like if we
It's
really
usually
like
me
it,
just being paranoid. It's not anything.
yeah, it's usually being paranoid. But it depends. Like if we really like the song,
Yeah.
not because the original song sounds really good.
Yeah, right.
Because we're not trying to make it at all like what it sounded like.
Right.
But if we really like, if we feel good about it,
Yeah.
then we'll make the proper adjustments to make it our own.
Right.
And then we'll just go with it.
Yeah. Because it's not surprising. It's just part of chorus that your influence comes out. I love that song, or you love that band, and they play their chords in a particular style, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, oh, no, that sounds just like that, dude. You're wrong.
But it's funny though, because what we actually do is we have this like really like mini handheld recorder that we just like, if we have an idea, we just record
Hundreds
it
of
down.
things
Hundreds, like
recorded.
probably 500
Yeah.
things, like so many banks filled with ideas.
Right.
But it's funny how even throughout the years of just playing, we'll have ideas that even though we weren't thinking of them at all, they actually go together. And so for I think a few of these last songs, we've actually mixed like elements of ideas together, and that we didn't even think about that.
As you're listening, you
Yeah.
start. We can combine these and
Yeah.
this. Nice. Well, that's great that you guys are have that openness and able to work that well with each other. That's fantastic. So just I got to take a quick commercial break. So Kyle, does Sean ever say, "Well, I'm the brother. I'm the older brother. I win." We're doing it this way.
It's usually the other way around. Actually.
Kyle, don't hurt me.
That's great. No, I'm going to leave that one chord in. It's not bad. It's not bad, Benatar. Guys, it was fantastic. And your song was great. And I have to get you. I know you brought a CD for us to play, but I think I might play it at the end and have you play another live one. All right, guys, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. Hey, well, this is Gus Summers, and you've been listening to The In Show. We have in-studio guests, Red Light Challenge, Kyle, and Sean, and they were giving us a great taste of their music. And, of course, we got to take a quick commercial break. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. And this is The In Show, and I'm your host, Gus Summers. Good to be back with you today. That's right, we are broadcasting live from the Sunset Strip in the entertainment capital of the world, Hollywood, from our In Show studios, and we have in-studio guests, Red Light Challenge, Sean and Kyle. Been playing their great music. Fantastical. Yeah, I made reference, it sounded like, something that John and Paul would have done. Just the collaboration. It's your own music. How does it feel, that you can create your own sound, that it's distinct to you?
It's funny. Nearly every performance we have, when people come up to stage to talk to us about the show, every single time, we swear, if somebody tells us that we sound like somebody, we've never heard the same reference twice. It's always a different person. It's always a different band. It's always a different person. We've never heard the same.
Yeah.
Even what you said, we've never heard that before. We've never heard that.
So it rings something for the person.
Yeah, that's what seems really cool. That there's something that we're doing that's connecting with them with something that they hopefully like.
Yeah.
So that's to me at least that's an awesome
cool.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Because here you are, because you're brothers, and you have some of the same musical likes, but you're distinct. You're your own person. You like your own music, but you blend it together. And like you're saying, it's touching, different people in different manners. Yeah, I'm sure all the ladies walk up. We love this song. We love that song. How do you when you write? Do you choose? Well, we're going to write a love song, or we're going to write, just a rocking song, or is it whatever comes out?
No, it's usually just whatever our fingers are playing.
Yeah, it's more the feeling of
The heat of the moment.
And a lot of the time it comes with the music. We'll have like a lick or something first, and then we'll build around that. But there's also songs that we have where the words came first, or other things.
Nice.
But we don't like go out and say, okay, today we're gonna do a disco song with a reggae ska bridge.
We're going to see what beats are popular this week, and use the meter. Okay, this is the song that's going to make us the money. So you just go out there and write. Fantastic. So, I want to ask you about the name Red Light Challenge. How many names did you go through before you finally decided on that one? Were you Sean and Kyle, and then Kyle and Sean?
Well, that was the original name.
Was that okay?
from I think
birth,
22
I
years
think,
ago
birth.
and 17
Yeah.
years. No, we had a few other band names. We started out as Just Us. Then we changed
Just Us
to
Two.
Just Us Two.
Oh yeah, we had
after
two.
that.
Oh yeah, it's two.
But we were like, it's too boy bandy.
Yeah.
It sounds.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like professional enough. So, last year in last January, we're like, okay, we need like
As we're getting set up for our summer tour.
a serious band name. So that's we went through a lot of names that we were thinking
It's
of.
a lot of
but
time.
We
Really?
really like Red Light Challenge.
So, what were the top three before you got picked this one? Do you remember those?
No copyright infringement, listeners. What else? Is
Oh,
there?
you can save it. Yeah, Red Light Challenge is good. Yeah, I don't want to give them away.
Electric Highway was
That
one
was
of
an
them.
idea.
That was,
Oh, that's pretty good. Electric Highway.
I
can't remember.
there was one. Well, it was already taken, but I thought of the Riot Act, but somebody already took that.
Oh,
that was an
yeah.
interesting name.
Yeah.
What else was there? There were some good ones, but this one really stuck out to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. The Red Light Challenge. That's funny when the moment came. Was it easy? Okay, let's pick that one, or was it? Well, let's flip the coin and see which.
I think when we actually heard it in the context of thinking about a band name, I think
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah,
okay,
just
that's
like
it.
it just worked.
Yeah. Was it just you two, or did you ask your friends? What do you think of this? Or was it like, yeah, we'll
was
just
kinda-
choose ourselves?
It was kind of like a family collaboration. In a
Nice.
way.
Nice.
Because No one give too much away.
Yeah, I
for
don't want to give
story.
the secrets away.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta keep that for the autobiography down the road. So now we all heard it in their first interview back.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll be
now
coming out in a
everyone's-
few years.
Everyone's coming out with their memoirs when they're 23 years old.
I know, it's like, what have you done? But you've done a few things, I'm sure.
I ate at Burger King. They didn't cook my meat.
I had a soda.
I had a soda. So what's it like in Hawaii? What's a normal little tour for you guys? You play all the local establishments there? Do you go to island to island? How do you guys how do you handle that?
Well, we live on the island of Oahu, so that has Waikiki and Honolulu that you
Nice.
hear about.
Yeah.
So there's the music venues in Honolulu. Some of the things Kyle can't do yet because he's still
Sorry.
only 17 years old. And then all the events that come up. So we mentioned the 50th State Fair. That was a good thing to be out at, and
We're just always keeping our ear to the ground,
Yeah.
really.
Right. Nice. And tell me about tonight, the LA Music Awards.
yeah, we're really excited about that. We're the first band ever to be nominated from Hawaii, so we're humbled by that.
Yeah.
We were nominated for Best Hot AC Band, and we've
Nice.
we've been writing new songs and promoting that.
Yeah. Yeah. And what was it for a particular song? Was it for just the overall band that you were nominated?
We were nominated for the band,
Nice.
for the overall band.
Yeah. And you're going to be performing tonight?
We're not going to be performing tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's why we have you here then. Perfect.
There you go.
if,
you go.
if you did want to perform tonight, what would you perform?
It would
We'll
definitely be
probably
electric.
perform for like 3 hours, maybe more.
No, okay.
Maybe all night.
Okay.
No,
nice.
it's really cool because both of us, the band is only 2 people,
Right.
and we both play all the instruments
That's
and
great.
everything. So guitar, bass, keyboard,
Yeah.
And so,
horns, drums, everything else.
and so what we do is when we're performing live, me, Kyle, is on the drums and Sean is playing the lead guitar. We're both singing at the same time. And then what we have is backup tracks that we pre-record
Right.
and that we hook up to a bass amp. And so it's kind of like we have a third player that's playing all the other instruments on a
Nice.
bass amp. So
Nice.
yeah,
and everything is kept as live as
Yeah,
it
it's
possibly
possible.
can.
Right. Yeah.
And really,
That's
when
great.
we're recording our music, we really focus, and it's not like a huge production or anything,
Right.
but we really like if we're gonna write it and record a song, we make it
As
you
good
know,
as we
we
possibly
want it to
can.
be great.
Yeah.
As good as a garage can make it.
Great things have come out of the garage. So now I'll give you a chance to play a little something else. We have your CD, but I'd love for you to play something else live. You got someone?
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. What do you want to play?
This song is called "I Got a Girl."
This one is something that we released before our 42 show summer tour last summer. So
Nice.
we'd been selling this, and it's kind of more of a
Kind of more
love
poppy.
side
Yeah.
song, but it still has our rock and roll influence.
Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Red Light Challenge.
I got a girl, yes, I love her so, and I don't wanna be alone. She's good to me, yes, she treats me right, and I want the world to know. Brown hair, blue eyes, she's got a heart made out of gold. She stares into my eyes, I'm never gonna go. She's got my number on speed dial. She has left my side in a while. She keeps me up and I'm never going down. Da 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 do 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 do. Da 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 do 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 do. When I think back to the time we met, can't believe she's here with me. I was a fool, quite the fool I was. Now I know she'll never leave. When we kissed, it felt so fine. I felt like I was gonna explode. She cares and so do I. I'm never gonna go. I felt so hard for her from the start. I'll never run from her now. She took my heart, not to tell her I loved her. This is all that I could say. Yeah. Da 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 da
got a girl, yes, I love her so. I got a girl, yes, I love her so. I got a girl, yes, I love her so. I got a girl, yes, I love her so. She's got my number on speed dial. She hasn't left my side in a while. She keeps me up and I'm never going down.
I love it. I love it. Now I gotta ask, whose idea was this one? Was this yours, Sean?
That one, I think
That was a
was
little bit more of
mine.
Sean.
Was
Yeah.
it? Okay. I can imagine you standing there on stage and all the gals looking at you. Hey Kyle, you're not old
Just
enough.
the
You're not
drum
old
in the
enough yet,
background,
but
you know.
I got a I got a song.
No, but we rock it out
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Live, it's like it's a whole. Yeah, there you go.
No, it's fantastic. I know. I loved it just the way it is right here.
Maybe we should record an acoustic album.
There you go.
It's another dimension. We've learned. It's been interesting playing more acoustic stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It is. How is that? That's a good question. Because it's natural you do it, but you enjoying it? Like maybe down the road it would be something that you would do, something acoustically.
It is good. You're still playing music and it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
Do you know? I'm sure. Do you know Chris Cornell?
Yeah.
He and do you know of what he's done like solo? He's gone on an acoustic
Yeah.
tour. And
Right.
he's just playing all of the songs by himself, all by himself on stage, and doing songs from Soundgarden
And he's still doing-
Temple of the Dog. And
he's still
everything.
touring and he's like in front of thousands of people. So
Right. Yeah. You know
That's
what?
interesting.
It is. You know, like yourselves. You know, I enjoy all genres. So you know, the singer-songwriter. You know, I think about Gordon Lightfoot, John Denver. You know, these guys, just them and the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and it just fills the place. You know, and then that's what's beautiful. That's why I love the acoustic side.
Can't forget about Jim Croce.
Oh, come on. These guys were filling this room with just this one instrument. You know, with that ability, that's fantastic. It's like singing a cappella. Do you need everything? Or, to fine-tune your voice, auto-tune, or can you just sing? I think this is what I hear a lot when people come in with the acoustics. Just stripped down music. It's like, yeah, see, that's fantastic. But it's not really stripped down, stripped down from how they perform it, but it's how they perform it. Yeah. So, when did you pick up a guitar, Kyle? Did you play drums?
No, actually, what happened is, I think, what is it?
You
I think it
played-
was the summer between 4th and 5th grade. I was just like
Tired
really
of the trumpet?
bored. I was just like, no, I didn't even start drumming yet.
Oh, no. Okay.
I was just like bored of just like not doing anything because all I would really do is just like sit around and I guess play video games, like typical
Yeah,
kid things.
Sure.
But it just got to a point where it was just like boring.
Yeah.
And so, with a little influence and a little push from my parents, which
Yeah.
I'm really glad they did it.
Yeah.
I started taking guitar lessons,
Nice.
and so I started taking guitar lessons then, and then probably when did I start?
Well, you only took lessons for a very little
Like,
while,
only-
and then you just like took off.
yeah,
on
yeah.
your own.
Just picked it up.
Mhm.
And
And
then,
then in the I think the either the 5th or 6th grade is when Sean asked me to start playing the
Okay.
drums, and we performed in the 6th grade. So
yeah.
so that was fun.
So Sean came and asked you, here, I want you to play drums. And stop playing my guitar. Dude. Talking about guitars, how did you go through the process of picking your guitars? Because they're similar. So was it just, these sounded great? Did you have a particular influence? Did you go through hundreds of guitars till you found the right one that spoke to you?
Well, these are our California acoustic set. We have one of these at home in Hawaii that we use for acoustic things. So
Yeah.
we just for this we just got something that we're comfortable.
Oh, so you bought them over here?
Mhm.
When you got down here?
Yep.
And we,
Where'd you go? Guitar Center down the road?
no, not
Not that. No.
Oh, okay. That's
But
great.
The guitars that we use or we don't only use one guitar, but my guitar that I like really started learning the guitar on and everything
Yeah.
was a Schecter.
Really?
And it's this guitar that I love it more than anything else that I've
Yeah.
ever played. It just
Yeah.
it has like the right feeling, the right weight, the right,
Right.
everything.
It's light. Oh, it's
And
beautiful.
it's meant for like I think metal music is what it's meant for, but we use it for everything. But we have
And it really-
Schecters. We have a Yamaha that we got for $20.
There's a story behind the Yamaha. So we'll even. I want to get into that because that was actually a fun story.
Yeah.
So we're walking at what do you call it here? Flea market.
Flea market or
Yeah,
swap
flea
meet.
market. We're
Yeah.
walking in a flea market. And so we're just walking past all these things, and some, of course, like some tents have like musical instruments, but for some reason, at this one tent, this guitar stuck out to me for some reason,
Right.
and so we walk past it, and I don't know, just something drew me back,
Uh-huh.
and so I went up to the person selling it, and I asked, so, hey, how much is this guitar? Oh, it's $25. Really? So then next thing I know, I call my dad over and we buy the guitar, and then we go to Easy Music Center, which is like the Hawaii equivalent of Guitar Center,
Yeah.
and we get a whammy bar for $5. So
Yeah.
we have a guitar that's completely practical for $30.
Yeah.
And it's really good. We use it in one of the songs that got us to the LA Music Awards. So yeah.
And that's what I performed using last night.
Really?
Yamaha.
That you bought for $25.
It
It sounds really good.
Yeah, no, I hear those stories all the time. I have dozens of guitars, and I pay thousands, but I go back to my little, whatever it is, like my Yamaha I
Yeah.
got for $25, and that's my go-to guitar for everything.
We also have a first deck guitar that was my first electric guitar ever.
Yeah.
And our dad actually gutted it out and furbished it, and it has
Yeah.
great pickups and it sounds great.
Wow.
It's basically a Gibson now.
Yeah.
Basically.
Your dad a musician as well? Your family musical?
Well, our mom played in a band when she was like 5, so does that count?
Yeah, you bet. Everything counts.
No, I think
But no.
they just love
Music.
music. That's the biggest musical
Yeah.
claim to fame. And
Right. And then it was just a natural step for you guys to play a little
Music's so
something.
cool.
Yeah?
It's cool to be part of the family that is music.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool people involved.
From the audience members to the crew on stage to
Yeah.
The actual
fellow
musicians. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. It's amazing, the journey, isn't it? When you first start out, and then when you find yourself like you guys, now you're in the midst. You're here in LA, you're nominated, and it's your career is just expanding and exponentially. What do you think of that right now? It's only been a few years that you guys have been performing. How many years?
Well, as Red Light Challenge,
Yeah.
we've only been together for what, 2 years?
a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half.
year and a half. So that's when it really been able to be
Like,
really
Big,
serious
and bigger sounds and more mature.
Right.
And I went to college, so that was a little bit of a roadblock.
We weren't really able to work on too much. We were working on new music.
We wrote new
but
songs, but
haven't
it
been
wasn't
able
at the
to-
rate.
Yeah.
So I just graduated in December. So since I've been home, it's just been like
complete
music
chaos.
crazy.
Oh, really?
Neighbors are upset at us.
Now that's interesting. Kyle, same plan? Are you gonna pursue?
Most likely, but most likely with wherever I go, because I'm still not exactly sure yet.
Yeah.
Sean's most likely going to be near where I am,
Nearby,
so
yeah.
that we can still be working on it constantly.
Because there's too many opportunities to not.
Especially me
Right
being
now.
kind of young,
Yeah.
there's so many doors that could be opened.
Right.
I think.
Musically.
Yes.
Musically.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, no kidding. That might just bode well for you. Heading
Hope
out
so.
there. Well, I'm in this musical group. Look at me. Yeah.
Well, it's maybe kind of funny for musicians, but we're both honor students.
Yeah.
Like Kyle's over 4.0,
Nice.
honor student in college and
Yeah.
everything.
Nice. Well, what did you study? Then you brought that up.
Marketing.
Marketing. Okay. Combine. Do you know what you're going to study, Kyle?
Probably some area in business,
No.
but I think I'm gonna try to aim at the opposite spectrum of Sean, so that we can kind of, in a way, corner the markets. Kinda, in a way.
Coordinate each other
Yep.
with
Yeah.
each other, and use the band as a little launching stone. Nice. And for let me ask you about production. When you produce your music, do you do a lot of that yourselves? Do you hire out? How do you,
It's actually all the music that we record out of our garage.
Yeah.
It's just us.
Just
all
you
the
guys?
music, all the production,
Yeah.
all the everything. Yep.
Yeah.
The CD that we gave you, it has 2 songs that were at a studio, but the first song, which is our brand new thing, that was home produced, and
Yeah.
we're pretty proud of it for
Yeah.
for the sounds and everything that we're getting and for the conditions.
For the how basic, like
Our
equipment
setup
that we
is.
have. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Any desire to pursue a musical education? To produce and such? Oh, wait. Well, Sean, I mean, you're probably at that point that you could do that because you're done with.
Yeah, it's
that
it's
type of
really funny
schooling.
because just using the equipment that we have,
Yeah.
It's really been so much learning that we've been able to do, just teaching ourselves and
Yeah.
getting better at each thing, just naturally, without
Right.
somebody
Any-
pointing out all these things. 'Cause nobody's
If
ever
you
told.
listen to our first demo ever recorded with
Yeah.
all this equipment, like to now, it's like if you listen to the first song to the first track that we gave
It
you,
would
Yeah.
sound like the
It's
dark side
like-
of the moon compared to.
yeah.
Compared to now?
No. Now.
now
Oh,
it's Dark Side of the Moon.
no. Oh, I
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, one person did a good job on that.
So do you guys spend a lot of time together when you're producing your music, or are you kind of individual? You work on
No,
that?
we're
No,
always
we're always
together.
Oh, you're always together. Oh, okay. So then you can see how the song's progressing. Okay. Have you ever, Sean? You ever gone away and said, "Okay, I'm going to tweak it by myself"? That sounds too much like Pat Benatar.
Well, jeez, gotta get away from that. There's actually one song that's still kind of in the making that I came up with it, and then but then he's still like throwing ideas at me to like fix it and change it. But he also made some like producing changes too. And so
Right.
like that was when he was still in college, and
Yeah.
so.
Oh yeah, that song.
Yeah, that song. Yeah.
It's a huge,
Mhm.
it's a big
It's a big
production.
What's it?
The song. It's like orchestra.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you just heard different elements that you wanted to change a bit.
But it wasn't like oh, I'm not gonna tell him about it. I'm gonna make some changes. Like we're very collaborative.
Got together and just said, "I did this. What do you think?" Nice. What did you think? Obviously, you liked it.
No, it's good. No, it's coming together. When we finally get the chance to truly record it, I think it's
Uh.
gonna be a big song.
Yeah. That's
And all of
awesome.
for being 2 guys, we really pride ourselves in having big songs. The songs sound big, so the first song on
Right.
that CD should sound
Yeah.
like more than 2 guys.
Hopefully.
Well, well, that's where you're heading for, right? What was the name of that song? What's the song that you, that big orchestra song you were tweaking there?
That one that it's still in the works.
Oh, it's still in the works.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
okay. You
yeah.
haven't performed it yet.
Mm-mm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So now I have to ask, being the oldest Sean, you have veto power? You override?
It's very, very 50-50.
Is it re-
If one of us like really feels a strong way about it,
Yeah.
we'll say, okay, we could see. How,
And we'll usually get like an outside source to
really?
give us some more like ideas. So it's not just like running between our 2 brains, because sometimes
Right.
it's difficult just like
Yeah.
creating everything and not having an objective view.
All right. All right. I figured you were going to say, it came down to arm wrestling. I beat you in 5th grade. I can still beat you. Well, we're down to the last couple of minutes. I want to give you a chance to mention any social media, Facebook, Twitter.com, anything you guys got, so
Okay.
people get a hold of you and your music.
So everything is pretty much on our website, www.redlightchallengeband.com. That has the links to our Facebook. Our Facebook is facebook.com/redlightchallengeband. And then our website has all the other social media sites and everything.
Okay, fantastic. All right, guys, again, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much.
You bet. Aloha. Hey, well, this is Gus Summers, and you've been listening to The In Show. And we had in-studio guests, Red Light Challenge, Sean and Kyle. And, of course, you can visit them at their website. Of course, you can visit us here at theinshow.com, where you'll be able to hear this interview and everything else that we've been doing and will do. And, of course, look for us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Flickr, all those great social media. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Gus has left the building.